Jessica.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, Mum.
You look smart, son.
Want your picture took? Good morning, gentlemen.
Alright,
You look a bit white.
not very well.
How's it? All right.
All right.
You look very
Alright.
smart.
Why, gentlemen. Oh, you look like a grand officer.
Very nice.
Wow.
That's lovely.
Is that-
Aye. Pretty.
Stand here to pass it away.
Are you shaking?
Push you back in the chair.
You ready?
One, two, three.
I'd like you to sign on that top line.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask how you spell your name? That's it, right? There you go. And if you can just sign underneath Jonathan. Yes. Your name. Yes.
You know the signature. We'll just take a signature.
What's your name?
Sorry.
The license now, Kelly.
Well, what a bunny lass.
Right, come this way. Excuse me. You just step away from them.
We'll not say the rest.
You are? What's he is?
Only time I do. It'll not last.
Hello, hi. Hi, you doing all right? John, guys.
Thank you so
Most
much.
of the guests have arrived now. Would you like to come through?
Yeah.
Have you spelled check?
No. It's like different spread his legs, isn't it?
No, try to.
Very good.
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming. The bridesmaids look beautiful, brave to cold, to say the least. And Katy, what more can you say? Absolutely gorgeous. Princess. Think where we go. Proud of her. Sit down.
Thank you, Chris. So it's the second speech, please, by the father of Ryan Shaw.
I wrote mine down. Hang on.
Looks like he's got a picture.
I'm going to speak slow because I talk rubbish half the time. Anyway, I would like to start by, on behalf of the bride's mother, myself and the groom's parents, giving a warm welcome to all the relatives and friends who have joined us to celebrate Katy and Jonathan's wedding. I know that some of you have travelled long distances from Yorkshire Pudding Land for being here. I realise now how many friends Katy and Jonathan have by looking around the room and how good they are. In Jonathan, I believe that Katy has met the perfect partner, or the way of not going Jonathan legs.
That's all coming out now.
Both Jill and I think he is everything a son-in-law could be. I suppose that after 11 years of marriage, I ought to be able to know something about marriage and be a bit more constructive. Jonathan, just remember these 3 words: all, just and only. You will only hear them time and again, such as, all I need to do is, it only costs so much and it will only take 5 minutes. These are all gross misunderstandings, but a great philosopher comedian said, we'll not be loved and not understood. Mind helping around the house will be kind. Jonathan, I hope you will be able to keep my daughter in the lifestyle in which she's become accustomed. I totally understand why you took the life of a gambler. I found that Jonathan is reliable, sensible and considerate, especially when planning a trip to the pub. The only problem is he has to take his socks off to get the money out of his pocket. There's no challenge on Jonathan's marriage that cannot be overcome by one of the more following. I was wrong, you were right, yes dear, I love you. The vicar said there are 3 people in this marriage. That was incorrect. Katy, Jonathan and Pengy. Pengy's in the washing machine.
Why is he in the washing machine?
He might have got dirty.
Right, I'll finish on a joke. It's just for Jonathan. A rich dying man laid on his deathbed and requested to be joined at his bedside by a vicar, a lawyer and Jonathan the bank manager. He instructed them and wished them to be buried. When he finally passed away, along with all his money, he gave them each £50,000 and asked them to throw the money on top of his coffin in the burial plot when he died. A couple of days later, the old man passed away and was buried with a wake. At the wake, the 3 men were chatting and the vicar was suddenly overcome with guilt. He confessed to the other 2 men that he'd only thrown half the money because the church needed a new roof. The bank, get it right, the solicitor said, well, since you're confessing, I'm going to confess. He says, I only hide all half the money in. Jonathan said, you tight buggers. He says, I threw the full amount. I wrote a cheque for 50,000. Yeah, the thing about that one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Doreen took the time and the effort to make our fantastic bridesmaids' dresses, make them all look beautiful. Yeah.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
Vicky. Massive thank you to Vicky for all of her hard work and effort. Vicky's kindly made the cakes for us. They look absolutely gorgeous, absolutely fantastic. And you what, sorry? I know she's had many a sleepless night worrying about it, so thank you very much. Thank you to our mums, just for helping us and supporting us, keeping us on the right track and making us who we are today. So we've got a nice bouquet of flowers for each of you as well. To Vicky.
Bye, children. Them flowers are nice, bye.
To Vicky, to Sam, Denise, Lauren, Gemma. You look fantastic. You've done a great job at getting Katy sorted out this morning. Thank you for helping us. To Richard, Daniel, Mark. Fantastic ushers. You did a great job at ushering people about today. Prompted a few times maybe, but yeah. To to Paul. Thank you very much for doing us the honour of being my best man, keeping me sane and helping me. Didn't manage to lose the rings, which is a bonus. And finally, Auntie Maureen, do you want to come over? So that's me done, so thank you very much. I hope you've all had a fantastic meal and you enjoy the rest of your day, and let's have a few drinks and celebrate tonight.
Firstly, I'd just like to say I'm very nervous about making this speech. In fact, this must be the 5th time today I've stood up from a warm seat with pieces of paper in my hand. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is enjoying this very special day so far. It's been an emotional day, even the cake is in tears. I'm not going to speak too long today because of my throat. If I go on too long, Jonathan said he's going to cut it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jonathan's cousin Paul, and I have the honour of being his best man. It is a great honour. In all honesty, I am actually a little nervous about doing this. But I do feel a bit comforted by the fact that I've actually rehearsed this speech in front of a live audience of the local people's home. I think it went well, they all paid themselves anyway. I've never been a best man before, and I'm not renowned for my speech writing, but I'm going to try my very best. Because Jonathan said, if I do a good job today, I can be best man at his next winning team. Jonathan, I'd like to say thank you for asking me to be your best man today. It's an honour to be asked and a pleasure to fulfil the role. A big thank you for finally admitting after all these years that I am indeed the best man. I'd like to start traditionally and thank Jonathan on behalf of our bridesmaids for his kind words. Can I say what a great job they have all done today and how wonderful they look. I think you will all agree Katy looks 1 in a million today, as opposed to Jonathan who looks like he was winning a raffle. Now, as I mentioned, it is a great honour to be best man. But with the role comes the job of writing this speech, and to be honest, I wanted to make the process as easily as possible. So where do you begin for ideas? The obvious place seems to be the internet, so with a multitude of resources at my fingertips, I dutifully began searching the web. After a couple of hours searching, I found some really good material on the net, but then I remembered I was supposed to be looking for best man tips. Jonathan, I would like to tell you what 3 points of a happy marriage. There are 5 rings involved in a marriage. It's the engagement ring, wedding ring, suffering, torturing, and jewelry. Always tell your wife those 3 important little words. You're right, dear. It's also very important to get on with your mother-in-law. One of my mates in work didn't speak to his mother-in-law for 2 years. It wasn't because he didn't like her, it just thought it was rude to interrupt. As they say, a man who gives in when he's wrong is a wise man. A man who gives in when he's right is married. On a serious note, I would like to say the best of luck to the 2 of you. I really am absolutely delighted for the both of you. I hope you have a long and happy future together. And thank you, Jonathan. It really has been a great honour to be our best man. You're more like a brother to me than a cousin. It now gives me immense pleasure, not to mention relief, to invite you all to stand and raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, to Jonathan and Katy.
Jonathan and Katy.
in there, just a massive thank you to everybody. It has been a fantastic day. Exactly like Katie said, it's just gone over far too quickly. First of all, thank you so much in advance for the gifts and the cards. We're going to look forward to looking at them all and reading them. Thank you all for coming. Everybody looks fantastic. But like I said this afternoon, not as fantastic as I do.
That's right. Got one hiding behind the post. Right, it looks like that's it, right? Katie would like to face me with your back to the rabble.